Hey, Mark Shepard, honesthypnosis.com, and I had a conversation the other day with a really good friend of mine who also happens to be someone who has taken several of my courses, and she's been experiencing something that I think is really common that people don't expect, and that is this. When you begin to work on yourself, when you begin to do the work to literally transform yourself, your habits, your behaviors, your patterns, your demeanor, your kind of personality, the people in your family who kind of benefit from you being the way you were tend to put up a little bit of a stink. Essentially, people who are benefiting from your being a pleaser, for example, you're being passive, you're being a kind of go along with everybody else, the way you used to be when you were dependent on their opinion, right? And when you start doing things with your life that other people, that might frighten them, or if they did it, or threaten them in some way, they're gonna there's gonna be some not so positive feedback, and you need to be prepared for that. It doesn't always happen, but ultimately, talking to my friend, she had, taken steps to work on herself, to work on her health, to work on her career, to work on her self-image. And as a result of that, she realized that her long-term 20-year plus marriage was not working, and it hadn't worked in a long time. And she chose to leave the marriage, but for economic reasons, she and her husband have not yet been divorced, and she wanted to introduce her new boyfriend, someone who she's been seeing for over a year and a half, to her family. They don't want to meet him, right? They don't want to meet him because she's not officially divorced yet, right? Like, that seems kind of old-fashioned, but families will come up with stuff like that. And you have to realize that quite often at Unity Church, where I do music, you hear people talk about family of choice versus family of origin, right? You have to begin to surround yourself in your social circle with people who really get the idea of working on yourself. And that a lot of old friends fall away when you begin to do this work, and that shouldn't frighten you. It should encourage you. You are leveling up, right? You are leveling up, and you want to be around people who are kind of on a higher level than you, because they will pull you up. You will reach up. You will work harder to hang out with them, right? And ultimately, they may be looking upwards as well. So they're being helped up. You're being helped up by them, and it's literally a process that is so magical and so powerful. It's so powerful that you really want to explore it. And yeah, sometimes our families don't get it. You can still love them, right? Just don't take their reaction personally. I think that may be your takeaway for today, is when our families react to us transforming our lives, working on ourselves, thinking of the world in different ways, thinking of ourselves in different ways, and beginning to value ourselves and to speak up for our needs and to speak our truth. Not everybody always likes that. And the takeaway is that that's okay. It's all right. It's all good. It's part of the process. You're okay. You are doing fine. And you have us here at the Transformation Tribe, the Transformation Nation, to support you and to let you know, hey, you are not alone. What else are we here for in this life except to work on our experience of this life, to get better, to work on ourselves, to work on who we are and how we interact and how we interpret the world? That's our deepest, most powerful work. There's nothing else. I mean, ultimately, it's the pursuit of happiness, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos earlier in the week. The pursuit of happiness is a deep thing. It's not a shallow goal. It's the process of working towards something that is meaningful to you that creates happiness. Happiness is not a static state, it's not a goal. So today, have a little gentleness with yourself. Take nothing personally. Imagine being upset by a 2-year-old telling you that you're a mean person or a bad person. If a 2-year-old tells you you're a bad person, you're like, yeah, like, what do you know? You're a 2-year-old, right? We don't want to maybe be quite that way with our family, but to realize, hey, you know what? They are where they are. They can't even see you for this new person you're becoming. This is a game of perception is reality, and I want you to believe in yourself. Please stay with it. Stay with yourself. Stay with yourself. You're worth it. And I believe in you. I love you. My name is Mark Shepard, and I will see you on the inside. Thanks so much.